Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, obviously, we are going to have a lot of FIFA 23 content going up in the next couple of days, and the web app is about a day away from us, guys, and I just wanted to give my early thoughts to you guys about the FIFA 23 web app and some scenarios, some market advice, some just general, like, starting advice for you guys. Maybe it's of interest to you and you get some input and I guess analysis that could help you, right? So at the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to do. And yeah, so if you enjoyed the video today, drop a thumbs up and let me know if you guys have any crazy plans to start the web app. So the web app is going to be out tomorrow at 1 p.m. That's the plan. It could be out a little bit later. It could be out a little bit earlier. I would expect that EA might soft launch it like an hour earlier, like noon Eastern time, 5 p.m. UK, just because the amount of server traffic is going to be quite insane. I will say that EA have definitely upgraded their servers in the last couple of years. They have been better. Although, weirdly, towards the end of FIFA 22, the servers just were horrible. They were going down like every single day. I didn't really understand it, but it was a thing. And so, yeah. So, really, guys, I wanted to go over this video and tell you guys and kind of just a few things that I'm expecting and then a couple ways that are really helpful about how to get started and everything like that. And, yeah, so first of all, I want to start off with the fact that when you go on the web app, many of you guys who have played FIFA for a couple of years are going to have return packs. Now, you're going to want to open those up right away. I talked about it in a video the other day. I don't want to speak too much upon it right now. But at the worst, if you get some of those welcome backpacks, many of them are tradable. I believe at the worst, you're probably going to get back about 15K from those, 12K, probably a bit more. So most of you guys will probably be on about 20K. And this year we have a really unique market because this is the first year in a few years now that the web app is going back to its old ways where it's coming out like 4 to 5 days before the game. So for 4 to 5 days, most people will not be able to play FIFA 23, the game. And that's obviously a big deal because what that means is that not a lot of people are going to build teams on the web app, which means that selling cards is going to be very challenging. Demand for selling cards is going to be extremely hard. And that's why I kind of want to go over a couple scenarios and just talk through my thoughts. There's not going to be a ton of stuff going on in the background of this video. It's going to be a lot more of a discussion video just because I want to kind of give you guys, share a bit of what my brain is thinking for tomorrow. So you've got two scenarios as well. We don't know yet if the web app is going to be able to let you spend FIFA points. We are not aware of that. As you guys can see in the traditional sense of the web app in the top right corner, there is the FIFA point sign. In FIFA 21, you could start to load up, I think FIFA 22 for sure, you could start to put on FIFA points on the web app. I think this probably actually did start in FIFA 22. So this is another factor, right? Because if that happens, you're going to have a lot more supply on the market. And a lot more people are going to end up getting coins because they have FIFA points. Now, anyone that pre-ordered the game, if you guys pre-ordered FIFA 23, you got 4,600 FIFA points with the pre-order version. In that scenario, you're not going to get those FIFA points, in my best guess, until you actually have console access. So whether you're going to be able to get the game from a game shop a day or two early, or you're going to have to wait till the 27th, you're not going to be able to get those FIFA points until your pre-order bonus syncs on console. So I think whenever you log on consoles when you get those FIFA points, I still think regardless, you're not going to get them till the 27th. That's my best guess. So many of us are going on the web app tomorrow just with starter packs back. And that's it, right? You're not going to have FIFA points. I'm going to be surprised if EA lets you load up FIFA points tomorrow. But hey, it would be a very smart money move for them to do that because they would make way more money. But again, I would be shocked. And that would obviously change everything. That's a whole other scenario that we'll talk about and we'll also prepare for. And in that case, guys, what I'm going to tell you is that there is going to be, if you can load up FIFA points, here's the scenario. Everybody goes on. The market after about 6-7 hours is going to be bleeding if people can load up FIFA points because of the amount and sheer volume of packs and people selling, because even the people at the top are going to sell all the stuff they get in their packs and probably hold out on buying a team for quite a while. They're going to try to generate as many coins as they can, but what it's going to do to the bottom of the market is absolutely flood it. It also does give you opportunity where if there is FIFA points on all these packs being opened, for many sniping opportunities and many bidding opportunities because of the volume of cards in the market. It will help the competition a lot, right? The competition is going to be very hard tomorrow on the web app, and we're going to go through some ways you can make coins in the general sense. So this is actually from FIFA 20, guys. I posted this video. I can't believe that's 3 FIFAs ago now. You guys can see on the first day I have 20,000 coins, right? And what you're seeing me do here is I'm trading with Diallo. And the reason I'm trading with Diallo is that Diallo is a guy that has great SBC links. And this is what we're going to talk about in a second. I like to trade with players early on, and you don't even watching this video have to be a trader to do this, right? You can learn. It's not a super challenging thing. Most of you guys who have been around the FIFA community for a while now have had the opportunity to just generally snipe cards, whether you were building a team or finishing out an SBC. You just went on the market and you try to get a cheaper version. So a lot of the time at the beginning of FIFA, what I will be trading with is players that I feel like people might be building starter teams with, but also using an SBCs. And we're going to talk about what SBCs and why in a minute. So Diallo is a really good example of that. He's a guy that a lot of people are using on SBCs. I'm just kind of going through my club in this video and talking about stuff. You can see 88 Courtois is 20K, and you guys can see how rare a player like 88 Courtois is, right? Look at the first day with just starter packs, man. A walkout is seriously rare, and that's also gonna help the opportunity of trend trading, which is where, you know, 1 hour a player might get panic sold. We may see a player like 88 Courtois in the web app not selling at all, going super low and only has 10 cards in the market. You may see that, for example, in this screenshot, let's say the 20K one gets bought, the 21.5 expires, and then the 23 gets bought. Well, then after that, his cheapest bid is 29K. So you're going to have opportunities like that with rare cards where then if you did purchase him at 20K, you could try to lazy list him at like 27, 28K. This is definitely a potential trading method you can use in the web app, and you'll see me on stream probably analyzing, looking at the market a little bit and seeing if this is possible, if I can build a base of at least 15 to 20K plus. So I'm probably going through here in this video also, and I'm look at the players that I'm watching, right? I'm watching a high-rated fodder. I'm watching Ben Yedder, a very popular card, and Militao, a very popular card. So these are the types of cards that I'm watching. I'm going on the market. I'm setting up some sniping filters. We're trying Ivory Coast in the Premier League to snipe with, and the reason we're trying that is that you've got a lot of players in this league that are popular. Eric Bailly, you've got Zaha. So these types of filters are really good. So this is what I want to talk about next, right? One of the most popular things that people do on the web app is advanced SBCs. It's by far one of the best ways to kind of, once you get your starter packs done, it's one of the best ways to make even more coins without having to do all this sweaty sniping. The issue is it requires a lot sometimes, and it's not the easiest because there's not a lot of volume of these players getting packed, even the lower rateds, so that when everybody goes to the hibernation solutions on Footbin, a lot of times people are doing this solution trading. I've never really participated in like SBC solution trading. I've just never really been a guy who's done that. But what I will tell you is that it can be very, very profitable. And essentially the way that this solution trading works, to give you perspective, right? There's two ways that it works. So when you go to hibernations early on, obviously, guys, you're looking at like a 45K pack. Imagine you could open a 45K pack on the first day of FIFA for 15K, right? A lot of people are interested in that. If you look at it, it was about 18K on the first day of FIFA. That's a risk that a lot of people will take because you're looking at the first couple days of FIFA and you've got players that are very, very, very low rated that are super meta in these starter teams that are expensive. So what will happen is two things in this solution trading. Number one, you're going to have the top solution. Now, why the top solution, right? This is the solution that's all the way at the top. This is the one that most people are going to click on. The way you could trade around this is looking at the players in the solution that are very high in demand or inflated, right? So if you see on the first day of FIFA that this Davila guy is like 7K in the solution, you know that everybody's buying him because they're looking at this solution. It's not actually the cheapest solution. So the way that you can kind of trade around that is you can actually go on the market and specifically snipe this guy because so many people are going to pack him and just list him up for 1,000 coins because they have no idea this guy's been price fixed in a solution. The second way people do solution trading, I personally don't do this. I may experiment with it this year. I'm just trying to give you guys information that could maybe help you guys in the first couple of days. Second way is that people actually will buy up a bunch of one player and people will spam the solution with that player. So let's say, for example, when I'm looking at this hibernation solution, right? And let's say I bought up, Muriel is not a solution player, but let's say a bunch of people buy up 100 Muriels, right, on the market early on, and then they fix him in the top solution. He doesn't have any supply left, and people are in at such a low price, let's say 1K, that a lot of the time, because anybody in the top solution is in the top solution, they will rise a ton in price because that's the top solution. So that's two ways that people will do this trading. And aside from all of the solution trading, I recommend, guys, that if you pack anybody in your welcome backpacks that you feel like has a good nationality or a good league or a good nation in a bad league, I would just hold on to them, guys, because a lot of the time what you'll see is that as the hours go on with the web app release, more and more people are able to kind of go ahead and do the hibernations in leagues. So you get two scenarios if you keep some of these players, right? And an example of that I would give you guys, if you're looking for a prime example, yeah, I would say like a France in the Bundesliga. Not a German in the Bundesliga, but maybe in the Serie A, an English player in the Serie A, right? Like that's what you'd be looking for a little bit more. And the two things I'm saying is keep them because number one, you may check their price a couple hours after you packed it and it went up a ton because you're losing supply because most people open their starter packs already. That's a thing. And then number two, you may actually alleviate the pain of you doing the SBC solution because even though there's ways to trade with hibernations and hybrid leagues, I actually really recommend that you guys do these. You get a lot of great packs. If you look at the actual full SBC cost, it's 65K on the first day. But you think about a tradable 50K pack, a tradable 45K pack, and then two other tradable packs. It's a risk, but it's a risk that, you might be willing to take, especially as you go and you open these individual packs. You'll probably be breaking even, if not making some coins. So I always love hibernations. I always love hybrid leagues early on. There's always a couple that are really good too, where you get like a mega pack, I think, for one of these for like, I think it's like very, very affordable. I always like doing that one. I don't know where it is, but there's always one that's like a mega pack and I love it. I think it's great. So yeah, that's one thing, obviously. And then, obviously, this is it, the whole 9 yards. Now, obviously, something that's a little bit different as well with the newer kind of modern web app is that now you have got the ability to claim objectives and claim like season rewards in the web app. So a lot of you guys are going to get a couple free quick 1,000 coins just from claiming all that stuff as you guys continue to play and grind. That's definitely a thing. And then, I guess one of the latter things I want to talk to you guys about, it's a little bit with that trend trading, but my opinion is this. We're going to get this massive supply early on in the web app, right? 1 p.m., whenever it is tomorrow, 4 p.m., 11 a.m., everyone's going to open up their packs very quickly. And everyone's going to probably start quick selling. A lot of the players that I feel like will never sell, I just quick sell because I want to get as many coins as I can early on so I can utilize it to trade. What's going to happen as well is that at night, people are going to start logging off and the supply is going to start going away. So the feeling that I have is that a lot of times, every single day on the web app, people will get richer every day, right? Because people are grinding a little bit more every day. People are getting more coins, and that's going to bring some inflation to the market. So I would expect day by day, you'll probably start seeing some players slightly rise every single day. And these players, in my opinion, would be like anyone that's a starter tier player, right? Danjuma, Rafinha, Delafeu. These guys will start to become a little bit more interesting to everybody as they get more coins. And some people might want to pick them up before the full game release because they know that their prices are going to go up a lot, potentially, right? So that's another method that you guys can start to look at. Buying some players that are starting to crash in downtime at night, waking up in the next morning when the higher volume of players is playing, which I would say the highest volume of players playing is usually around midday every day, US time, nighttime in Europe. That's usually the highest point of the market, but sometimes it's different. Sometimes in the morning it's really high because, you get this low market at night, low supply. Europe is the main player base of this game, and then when they wake up in the morning, they're all buying, but there's no supply. That could be a thing. Now, the one thing, I know this is a lot, right? I get it's a lot of discussion, and I think you guys deserve it, right? If you take away a couple things from this video that helps you, that's the point. I guess the issue is this year, we've really got 4 days where nobody can play the game. And that's a little bit concerning for me with the method I've just mentioned, right? This day-by-day increase of price method. Yes, you're going to log on the web app, and you're going to see some players like that are way too cheap. You're going to see like Messi for like 300K, 400K. The issue is that no one can really play for 6 days, right? So the motivation to actually buy a team is very low. And so the way that I think is going to be ending up the best way to kind of trade this year, I think it's going to be around these hybrid leagues, hibernations, as I mentioned. And I also just think it's going to be around going on Footbin and looking at the popular players constantly. I still think even though people aren't going to be able to necessarily play the game super early on this year because we're going to have these days of the web app, I still think that you're going to see a lot of trends with the players on this popular page. So watch out for the popular page. I think players like Kim Min-jae, you're going to start to see these players that have very good stats that people want in teams that are maybe only 1,000, 2,000 coins. I think you're going to start to see them fluctuating from 1,500 to 2,000, back to 1,400, back to 2,100. I think we're going to see a lot of ups and downs. And I'll be honest with you guys, if you find a filter, whether it's bidding or sniping or something like that, that's yielding you 300 to 400 coins a player, that's a lie. If you have 20K on the first day and you find a filter maybe, or you're finding a player like Diallo, and you see that Diallo has been selling at 2K all day. You see him at 1,700 sitting on the market, and you go on the market and you try to snipe him maybe at 1,500 coins. You know, that's really what you're looking at doing. Holding him for a little bit, maybe it's a couple minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, having the patience, and then flipping him when he gets rare again. So I feel like you're also going to be looking for those real moments of panic selling. And then, you know, one of the ways that I made a lot of coins in FIFA 20 and FIFA 21 was I was trading a lot of silver rares and non-rare silvers that had good nationalities. This was just something I was doing. Whether or not they were being used in like hybrid leagues and hibernations, that's a whole other discussion. But that was something I was doing a lot, and it seemed to work for me. Because I think at the end of the day, a lot of people, I guess the average FIFA player kind of goes on the web app and starts to make a team based on their starter packs. And I think a lot of the time they do get silver starter packs, and it ends up, you know, with them going on the market and buying popular silvers from popular nationalities, you know? So that's something that I do see a lot on the web app. And, you know, an example of what I had just talked about, right? Like, I was just talking to you guys about basically how popular players dropping overnight. I recorded this video at night, and you guys can see a player like Mukiele on the first day of FIFA at 1,500 is pretty crazy. The fact that this guy is not selling with the links that he provides and those stats as a starter card is pretty crazy. You can see that he's not selling at 1,500. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually getting on the market, and I'm looking at him for 1,300 or less because I'm thinking, okay, he's probably going to go up the next day. You can see that I bought Upamecano there. So I was watching these players that had good nationality and were really easy to link early on. And to me, that makes sense. I'm not surprised that I was doing that. And we're doing everything, man. We're doing a scroll around the market, and you guys can see that I bought Diallo, and I've been listing for 1,800, and he's 50. So I bought it for 1,500, listed at 1,800, right? Making about 200 coins per card, but it all adds up. You can see I bought Upamecano for 1,900, and I'm listing him for what? 2,000. So that must have been a bad buy. I must have seen him dropping. So that's also the thing, right? You're kind of playing as well with a bit of a gamble here, where you don't always know if you're going to be making those coins, but you're playing a bit of a gamble. And yeah, really, it's about finding filters and just trends with players. I wanted to just give you guys my general thoughts. You know, I think the way that this video becomes super irrelevant is if there is a way where we get on the web app tomorrow and everyone has FIFA points, okay. The way I've told you about trading, it's going to be completely different because we're going to have market mayhem going on with the ability of people to load up FIFA points on the web app but not play the game. The supply is going to be crazy and the demand is going to be very low for players. So that will be a whole entire different story. So just to go over a couple points from the video, you're going to get your web app packs. A lot of you guys getting your starter packs back. You'll make at least 15K. Some of you guys will make 30 or 40. Best thing after that to do, investigate the hybrid leagues nation. See if you want to trade a little bit around those solutions. See if you want to try to risk it. Maybe you've got 25K and one of the packs is a mega pack for 15K and you want to take the risk. You get some consumables. You get some non-rares. You get some rares. Maybe you want to take the risk and see what you get. You can go for it. You can afford it, right? I would say don't be going and doing any of the hybrid leagues and the hibernations, guys, and wasting all your coins. Only consider doing the hybrid leagues, hibernations, if you can do one of the slots that's maybe half your total. So, you know, if the 50K pack, if you have 25K, I don't think it's wise to spend 19K doing the 50K pack. But if you have like 30, I think it makes a little bit more sense. Just want to give you guys my general thoughts on the web app dropping tomorrow, man. Hopefully the video helps you guys, man. If it did, drop a thumbs up. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll be streaming all day tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.